Alrighty guys, hi, it's Amanda. I am back for another video. If you can tell by the title, this is going to be something that I have kind of touched on, but I was waiting for pretty much for all of this to feel it's hit a peak, and at this point I don't think it's going to. If you're new to my channel, I do want to say here, rather than you waiting and maybe me wasting your time, I don't provide any receipts. I don't provide any screenshots. I strictly just give my commentary. I do have a couple of other videos in relation to this topic, and I have other content as well. But if you are going to stick around and listen to my comments and my opinions, I do want to go ahead and encourage you that if you feel comfortable to go ahead and let's start a discussion down below about how you feel about all of the things I'm going to discuss. So I am going to be talking about primarily Jeffree Star, Shane Dawson, and Tati. I may mention James Charles here and there. I really just want to share my opinion on this, and being that I've already done a couple of videos, I feel it is appropriate and kind of not like totally out of left field. So if you don't know what I'm referring to, if you want to still watch, go ahead. But if you don't, I will leave some other videos down below to provide context, and those individuals do typically provide receipts in their videos. So recently, this all dates back to about a year ago, is really when this started, when Tati had uploaded a video criticizing James Charles, and in that video she made a couple of comments about questionable behavior she had seen, and from that point it kind of got spiraled out of control on YouTube, as just about everything that is even slightly controversial will end up being this huge event. So that had gone on, and she had denounced her friendship with him, and she was currently friends with Shane and Jeffree, who both kind of went on their social medias after her video and put out some terrible tweets about James Charles. And what is important, and what a lot of people are frustrated about in all of this, is there was never any actual receipts provided about these behaviors that were alleged to have been displayed by James Charles. But the way that it was provided to the viewers, it was 50-50. People either believed the information that they were being provided by Tati, Jeffree, and Shane, and didn't, like, they unfollowed James Charles, or they didn't believe them and they remained fans to him. It was a hard time for his life. He has addressed some of the behaviors and some of the effects it had on him. Moving forward, James Charles pretty much recovered from that. There's always been some lingering questions as far as how it all went down, but people kind of let it go for the most part. Well, then, in more recent times, Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson themselves have been kind of called out about their concerning past, both of them in their own respective ways. Although they have some concerning behavior that aligns with one another, I guess that's the best way to put it. But a lot of information has been being brought forward to the viewers that others are pulling out of different platforms that they have had. So they have caught themselves under fire, and they have rebounded the pressure that they've been getting from that with bringing up the stuff that happened a year ago. And some of the behaviors, I just don't really know how to even put into words my actual feelings, because I just find myself in a fit of rage. Particularly the stuff with Shane Dawson. I mean, we can even look at it with Jeffree Star. There's been allegations of him being sexually inappropriate with people as well. They both have had a very concerning, racially insensitive past. And it bothers me that this stuff was so readily available online for the most part. And neither one of them really cared to make a difference and bring it down until they were being called out about it. And to me, that states that they didn't have any problems with it. They didn't see the issues with it. They are only now starting to scrub clean all of their social medias because they're being called out, because they know people are questioning their character. People are questioning their morals. People are questioning them as people. And I will tell you, from my personal opinion, both of these men are bad. I don't think either one of them are good people. They may have good intentions, but it's not been shown, and it's really not been proven to me. All I continue to see is negativity and disgusting behavior, that they all just try to make these half-assed apologies and expect people to not be able to read between the lines. And unfortunately, they have gotten by with that. They really have, because they continue to be successful. I think now people are actually looking into things themselves. They are actually trying to see if these individuals are worth following, if they are worth their time, because at the end of the day, it is our time that we are giving YouTubers. If you're watching this, you're giving me your time by watching my opinion. So I'm happy that that shift is occurring. I hope that throughout all of this, people who are this problematic are able to be handled more quickly, because both of these individuals have been brewing for years. They have both been on social media to some extent for at least 10 years. And the stuff that is being pulled up from Shane's past, I cannot even see anything about him without instantly being infuriated. I'm a social worker. I work in child welfare. I have a traumatic past of my own. I cannot fathom how he thinks that is just shock value to get followers, especially when his audience is typically teenagers or younger, maybe young adults. I don't know his exact demographic right now, but I know that that's where his demographic has been in the past. And that just makes the situation for me even more disgusting. Because who knows what those impressionable young kids are taking from this disgusting, terrible content. He was normalizing some of his behaviors towards minors. I don't care if it was 5 minutes ago or 5 years ago. That behavior is not excusable. It is not anything that you can brush under the rug and give me a valid excuse for. Not at all. That is not behavior you can excuse away. And how he has tried to is ridiculous. It has gone to the point that one of his victims, because she was a victim, Willow Smith, that their famous family has called this individual out and pretty much has stated that they do not support his apology. An actual victim's family is stating that his apology isn't enough. That's sad. It is well worthy. I'm glad they spoke up on her behalf. I'm glad they have defended her. But think about all of the other crappy behaviors towards minors. And I'm going to just stick with the minors for right now, that don't have a voice, that aren't able to say what that could have done to them. Disgusting. Disgusting individual. And if you want to go ahead and throw the animal stuff in the mix, he like a year or two ago, was called out for the stuff about his cat, Well, he was able to excuse that away with a half apology. And then here we are with all these other videos of him continually saying disgusting things sexually about animals, even going to the point of having a video of him acting as if he's doing something to an animal. How do you think that that is okay? Like, what in your right mind makes you think, oh yeah, I'm going to film this, and then even to watch it back once you've posted it and think that that is okay and not see a problem with that? Again, to your young audience, like, what the hell? I cannot with him. Like, I am so mad about all of the stuff that has come out, and I am a former supporter of Shane because I didn't do my research in the past. I didn't look into any of the people I was following to see if they were people I should be following, that I should be contributing to their wealth. Well, I can tell you, as the time I have joined this platform and have seen some of this stuff happen, I am no longer going to be subscribed to anybody who I do not align with, because it's just disgusting. I am not going to perpetuate their wealth and their ability to live these lavish lifestyles when they are doing absolutely disgusting, inexcusable behavior. And frankly, some of it he should be in jail for. My opinion. He should be in jail for some of the things he has said, some of the things he has done. People have gone to jail for less. Anyways, so that, I really wanted to touch on those things. I know I'm getting really worked up, and I apologize for my poor language, but it's just something that is really near to me, and I just can't not say anything, especially with being a channel who is opening myself up to vulnerability and being honest with myself and the people who may watch my channel. I can't stand all of this stuff. I can't stand it. So then we get to today, which really, I knew at some point we all kind of knew something somewhere was going to happen. It was speculated that Tati would make a video. Well, obviously, I'm pretty sure if you're here, you've seen that. She did post a video, and I can tell you now, I 100% believe Tati. Her video, I did not see any signs of her being misleading. I didn't see any signs of her putting on a face or acting or fake crying. It was very evident, at least in my opinion, she was trying to keep herself together, but it has hurt her in some way. It has caused her that much pain that she cannot not cry. And it sucks to see an adult woman who did put herself in a bad situation. I mean, whether she was manipulated or not, she acknowledges that she put herself in that position. We can't totally excuse her for that. We can forgive her, and I know I have. And the one person who really has the ability to forgive her, well, the one of two people who have the ability to forgive her, allegedly to her, they'd have. James Charles and her have rekindled their friendship. She also apologized to Jackie Aina. I don't know if Jackie Aina has acknowledged that apology or accepted that apology, and that's up to Jackie Aina to decide. But I just cannot. Tati's video even more goes to show how disgusting these two men are. These two white men. How disgusting they are. They have manipulated so many situations. We had other people come out in recent times which have drudged a lot of this up about their crappy behaviors, about things that were going on behind the scenes, and people have been reporting on that, myself included. And now we have Tati, who is somebody I think up until the James Charles debacle last year was a trusted YouTuber. I'm not going to say she had a fault in judgment. That's not my call. We can all have our own opinions. In my personal opinion, I believe her video. I believe she was manipulated. I, as an adult, have been manipulated, and the decisions I've made have never been put on a platform for other people to see and judge and see how it maybe had affected another life. As humans, we all get manipulated in some way or another. We don't want to believe it. We all want to see the good in other people. But the reality is not everybody is good. Even people who are able to portray that they're good, who are able to fool enough people into believing that they're good, aren't. And I think that's the case we see with Shane Dawson. He had made the internet believe within the last couple of years how great of a person he was, because he was doing all of these good things for all of these other YouTubers. Well, now we're seeing through all of that. Now we're seeing the real Shane Dawson. And if you really want to talk about the real Shane Dawson, you can look up his reaction while Tati's video had just gone live. His overreaction to her video. His constant screaming of excuses to some of the things she was saying. He is scared. That is why he did that. He is scared and he feels threatened. I do not think him or Jeffree Star ever thought that Tati would actually make that video. And I'm going to sit here and applaud her for taking that plunge, for making herself vulnerable, for putting her part out there no matter what, because she knew she had to right a situation. These two aren't going to. They're going to continue to gaslight us. They're going to continue to provide excuses for their nasty behavior. They're going to continue to try and blame Tati for all of this. They are not going to take accountability. They are not going to provide an actual apology to any of us because they don't care. And that's probably why they're good friends, because they are two people who are so similar. So guys, I know I've ranted. I know I'm mad. I could go on and on, but this video I know is already getting pretty lengthy. And if you've seen me looking over, my dogs are starting to get noisy, and I'm pretty sure they're going to start yelling at each other here in a minute. So I'm going to get off of here, but if you could go ahead and provide me your opinions and kind of how you feel about all of this down below. If you're new here and you enjoyed my commentary, if you could go ahead and subscribe. I told you they were going to yell at me. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go for today. I hope you have a good day, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.